Will you pray with me? God, I ask for your grace and your mercy. I ask that you be here with me, clearing my mind, clearing my heart, and clearing my soul. So the words I speak are the words you would have me speak. Bless this, your day, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All week I've been thinking about things, read these scriptures, and I think about the selfishness of us as human beings. Especially when I read things from Colossians about our tongues, basically, and how sharp we can be with each other. I think about putting people in their place. And I'm not good at it, but you guys remember this, don't you? And how proud we were if we could do it quickly and come back with a response that put somebody in their place. And here we have a book reminding us that that's not the way we should behave as Christians. It talks about the things that we possess becoming so very real to us, becoming what we strive for. We've been talking about maybe purchasing a new car, Suzette and I, because the air's gone in the van and it costs more to fix it than it's probably worth. So we've been thinking about replacing it. And she came to me and said, I think I'd like to have a Mustang. And I sat there and thought, oh vanity, oh vanity. Those were the things that we wanted so much when we were growing up. As possessions to show that we were cool, or that we were wealthy, or that we were striving for the very best. I had to tell her that I was thinking more of like a Chevy Spark or something. Something cheap that would get good gas mileage. And it didn't even have to be red. And I think of all those things and how different our lives change as we grow up and we become hopefully better Christians. Played Monopoly with my grandson one day this week, and he was into possessions, and if you had your house mortgaged, that means that he owned it or the bank owned it. And I told him, oh, I think it's 50-50. The bank owns part of it, and you own part of it, and that's the way it goes. But I thought about his greedy little mind working. What he really wanted to know is, Grandma, do you own this house? Oh. And since you like me the best, and I think back about all of us as we were children, and we wanted things. We wanted more toys than anybody else. Thought about a children's sermon for today. I was going to ask each of the children here, do you have enough toys? Emma, do you have enough toys? Just the one? Do you need any more? How about you? Do you have enough toys? Yeah, you. Yeah, you don't need any more? You don't want a new iPad? You don't need a new hoverboard? Yeah. Yeah. New basketball? We all want more. And that's Jesus. Jesus was talking Jesus was talking about us as human beings and how all the time we want more. And when we make more, just like the rich man who had so abundant of a crop, he had enough food to probably feed that whole village for the entire year. But did he think about sharing it? No, what he thought about is, well, let's build some more storage areas. We're taught that quite regularly in our lives. How many of you have been building up those savings accounts for your retirement? I know about that because, you see, I put away a portion of my paycheck each time I got it into that 503C or whatever it is that they give the state employees. It's just like a 401 for the rest of you. So I would be comfortable in my old age. I don't know about being comfortable in my old age, but I made it to old age. And I think about the things that this society tells us we need. You know, it's not good enough to have an automobile. We need a nice automobile. We need one that looks good, that runs good, and preferably is no more than 10 years old. Personally, I'm happy with one if it was built in 2000 something. We need to look at those things in our lives and what is important and what isn't important. We think about our own comforts, just like the rich man did. He forgot about certain things that we need to do in our lives, like take care of each other. Oh yeah, you see, that's something we've been told we're supposed to do. Not always put ourselves first, but put God first. And God put us first by giving us Jesus, who died for us on the cross because we couldn't do all those things they said in Colossians. You know, put all those evils away in our lives. So he gave us Christ, who died for our souls, for us to rescue us from our own selves, so that we could look and be children of God. And so along came each and every one of us, and we see ourselves as children of God, made in God's image, that image of love. I love you no matter who you are, no matter what color you are, no matter what size you are, no matter what age you are, no matter what your religious background, your ethnicity, your sexuality, on and on. We can go and tell each other how much we love each other. When do we put those words into actions? Instead of building for our own houses, the church, our own households, our own families, when do we start putting the needs of others out there in front? What are the things that we can do as God's children? Put it simply, if I have 2 basketballs, could I give one to somebody who had none? If I have 2 pairs of shoes, do I really need 2 pairs of shoes? Can I wear them at the same time? I know people, we won't mention names, Suzette, who has a different colored tennis shoe for each outfit.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I like that.
And Leslie who says, oh, I like that. Is that what we really need in this world? Who are we? And it's not that I care, but I think we need to look at ourselves. I don't care, because she's one of the most generous persons I know. She gives of her time, her talent, and her money. But I think about all of that. How many of us look at it as a privilege to give those in need, or just another one of those things the preacher's talking about and we need to start doing, and I'll put it somewhere on my checklist, maybe 995th, but I'll get there someday. What is God calling us to do? Like the tale of the rich man. He built his barns. He said to his people, his family, let us make merry. Let us eat and drink and celebrate. Instead of let us share what we have. And God said, tonight is the night. And called him home. Sometimes I think these things should just remind us that our lives are not long. Even if we live 100 years, it's not a long period of time in history. And God has called us to make a difference. How long can we put it off? How long can we put off standing up for justice? How long can we put it off feeding the hungry? How long can we put it off giving our talents and our resources to those in need? Watched a documentary this week about a large church in California, in Oregon, Portland, Oregon. And these people just started by helping the worst school in the entire district by doing nothing more than showing up, cleaning up, painting, and making it look great. And then next, they saw these kids that needed clothing. So they donated all their good stuff. Something we forget about. Good stuff. Kids don't want to wear Kmart tennis shoes, they want to wear Nikes. Kids don't want things that other kids don't have. They want what they do have. So do we donate our best? They did. And one little boy found a jacket, because it gets cold in Portland. A winter jacket. Somebody donated it and left the price tag in it. It's $283. And he turned around to the person who gave it to him and said, I must be loved. Nobody's ever given me that much in my life. I didn't think I was worth $283. How many people have we told how much they're worth? How many people have we said, here I am? I don't have a lot, but you know, some of my clothes come from pennies and not Walmart, so I'll donate the pennies instead of the Walmarts. I might not wear Nikes, but I wear New Balance, and I think that's a pretty good name. And maybe I can give those instead. Look into our hearts. Look into our souls. Think of what we can do, just little things. By the way, this documentary we watched, it was a large church. They could have had the people and the resources to do it. But that church helped that school go from being the very last to the very first in Portland. They got people involved that nobody would have thought about involving. Their football team had never won a game. They got an NFL player to be assistant coach. And they started winning games. When that coach realized that some of those players didn't come or weren't on time because they had children of their own they had to take to daycare. And sometimes they had to walk because they couldn't afford to buy the car seats to transport them. So what did he do? Buy a car seat. Change someone's life. What can we do? How can we change a life? I invite you as the church not to be the rich man who stored everything and then God called him home. And who knows what happened to all that stuff? And who really cares? I invite you to be the one to change your life. Amen.